Oh, I'm Yggdrasil the Spellblade. I'm a high elf wizard. I'm a gladiator of some renown, and I am on the ship going someplace.
I am Choco, or Chakal, haven't decided yet. Call me what you want. I'm a half-elf gladiator, and I'm on this boat to avoid elves, so this is a problem so far.
Sounds like a personal problem to me.
You guys aren't actually on the boat yet.
Okay, we'll be
We're
on a boat
planning
soon.
on it.
And we will have problems.
That I am
I think
not
you actually
planning.
are already on the boat, you said. Whatever.
You are the boat.
Thanks!
Kelson, who are you?
Hello, my name is Halen Mercylight. I am a lawful good Aasimar paladin. And
We picked up a square.
yeah, that's me pretty much.
And I am Gregory Octavius Abercrombie Thompson, and I am a bard satyr, and I am a tinkerer that is getting away from the fairylands on vacation.
I should just use the bard's satire.
Bard is a satire. Alright, and I am Captain Sue. I have the boat that everybody's going to be taking eventually. I'm a human, I'm neutral good, and I will be helpful at some point, I'm sure.
You look behind. Captain Sue's back is currently turned to the ocean,
No,
and you look
Fell over.
over her shoulder and realize that there's some red sails on the horizon, and they're gaining time.
I do believe we're being followed.
I turn around and look, and I see them.
You definitely see them now, and you do recognize that shade of red.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
That'll do it.
Yep. Time to use angry voice.
You see that there's an unnatural boost of speed, and
It's not funny.
two of the boats begin gaining in general. And you notice
There's
that
two boats chasing us?
there are two boats chasing you.
Oh.
One of the boats goes a lot closer, and you see there's this weird, dark, stormy appearance over the boat behind them all. Make
Well, you don't see that.
make an Arcana check.
Oh, joy. Oh,
It's
wait, I'm
definitely
actually good at
not
these.
magic.
That is an 11.
You look over there like, that's odd. That storm just briefly appeared. That's not normal. Okay, that's something magic-y is kind of happening, but you don't really know what. Okay.
Well, this would be a lot more helpful if you would at least talk about it so we have some inkling of what we're up against. Oh, that's a
Persuasion.
Yeah, that is a 19 to persuasion.
Do you want to fight for persuasion?
Yes. What am I rolling?
A charisma.
Charisma. Yeah, no, that was 12.
All right. So you see that he definitely thinks that telling him at least a bit about what's going on, who these people are.
These people are led by a man who is super evil, okay? And I don't want to get into any details because it's just gonna make me
Oh,
sad.
he's just the worst.
So he's terrible, and he kills people, and burns down people's homes. Anyway, and he's going to try to steal all of our stuff, and probably try to kill some of us. Some of us.
Well, we
Roll
can't have-
roll a perception check on that, or would that be insight?
I'm guessing insight.
Okay, insight.
Cool,
Yeah.
that is a natural 20.
All right.
Minus
Yeah.
1.
Natural 20. You understand that it's personal. Some guy from the Red Ships hurt her personally, probably burned her house down, and killed people she cared about. So you get an idea that this might not just be a pirate thing. This might be a personal thing. Sam, or do you want to attack?
Can I attack? Can I
You can
use?
throw a
You
dagger.
can throw a dagger.
Okay, I'll throw a dagger at the paladin lookalike.
All right. Make it's an attack roll with the dexterity modifier. correct?
Yes.
All right, do that.
Oh, not good. 7.
Plus your dexterity modifier.
Yeah. You've been
Okay.
amazingly bad doing anything
Um,
but persuading people.
Sorry. Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
that dagger goes right by him.
And it's gone.
and it into the wall on this side behind him. And he looks over, and he is now aware of where you are. The other guys don't really know where you are, but he knows where you are, and he knows that you have entered the fray. Fortunately, he's an idiot. He doesn't tell his friends that.
I am going to walk over to my bard friend, and I am going to persuade that guy to stop fighting, saying, "If you stand down, I assure you, we will spare your life, and we can come to a peaceful agreement."
Okay, roll persuasion.
That would be a 22.
All right, he's going to try to fight that. Okay, he looks up at you and he sees that you're this big guy in armor.
Twice as big as him.
And there's this rather
And
odd-looking,
painted.
curious-looking goat man next to him who really hasn't done anything to either of them. And he kind of looks back at the rest of the crew, and he gives you this kind of scared look. He's like, "I can't leave. Either kill me or make me look dead." Okay.
I'm going to, so I'm just going to say, just act dead. I'm going to
Just act dead.
take my quarterstaff and thrust it at his head. Not intending to hit him, but just to make it look like I hit him.
Make a performance check.
That would be 14.
Okay. With a rather convincing, you understand the armor he's wearing.
Yeah.
Rather convincing, swing of your quarterstaff. You do hit him upside the head, and he like stumbles forward, and he doesn't quite get that memo die instantly because that would look stupid. So
Yeah.
stumbles onto the ground with a loud enough cry that people have seen that he has been attacked.
Okay.
Uh,
Is he prone now?
He is on a foot and knee,
Okay.
so not quite prone, but not
Got it.
quite all the way up.
Got it.
Is that all for your turn?
Yes.
Alright, so, oh yeah, make a perception check. Gregory? Yes. Okay, you weren't quite paying attention, but you get the idea that, that we're sort of beating this guy up? Like, it's like now we're half-heartedly beating this guy up. So, I mean, okay, sure. Is this a display of dominance? I don't know. I'm not from this culture. You see, on the figurehead, a rather built half-elf holding the waist of Jason that's up there yelling, "I'm killer!" Oh, my boss. So as he's turning around, his ankles turn a bit, and I'm going to go, boop, and he whoop, starts falling off the edge. And he's going to attempt to make an acrobatics check to latch onto something. Failing that,
Full speed ahead.
So, do you want to like pick him up or what?
there are ropes nearby, but you do not see. There are ropes nearby.
I go to grab a rope to throw it to him.
Okay, make a perception check over the edge. Or investigation, how about that?
Okay, let's do 16.
Alright, you take a quick look over the edge and you can't see him at all. You look over the other edge of the boat, you still don't see a sign of him
Jason!
at all.
Jason, if you're dead, can I have your things?
Jason! Jason!
There is
Jason!
no reply. He might be under the boat, you think.
Killed.
I run to the back of the boat and
Well,
keep
somebody
looking
was
for
going to
him.
get dragged along the bottom.
Congratulations,
keep calling
you
out and
killed
say,
the guy who was falling in love with you.
I'm bad at
You
relationships.
can't swim if you want to, but you still, it's been like 30 seconds and you still see, it's a large boat, so it's possibly still underneath it.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I thought he would maybe catch himself or something. You, rope. I hand her one end of the rope, and I tie the other end of the rope. Like, you gotta go. No, I really don't think. Okay,
Make an athletics check.
I would also like to make an athletics check to not go over.
All right.
15.
15.
18.
All right.
Natural.
She does not go over.
So you succeed in not going over. It's a bit of a scuffle. But you do get the idea that someone going over the edge to maybe swim for him could be a good idea.
Hey, Gregory.
No! No! Don't send the goat, man!
Yes?
So, it seems that somehow, Jason
Idris.
went swimming. Somehow! Jason's down
I use
there!
my spell
And
slot. Oh no.
he hasn't come up in a
I'd like
while.
to
And
take a long rest if possible.
actually, sorry.
Get my
Sorry.
stuff.
Let me rephrase this.
Get my stuff.
Jason's snorkeling.
back.
He's not. And snorkeling's
Roll
this thing.
roll history. History.
It's this thing that we do where we go swim around in the water.
14.
Okay. Yeah, you've heard of people snorkeling before.
So, do
You've
you
never seen a
want
snorkel, though.
to go on a snorkeling excursion? Read down this rope. We're gonna tie it to your waist.
Well, he needs a companion. You see, I have hooves.
Oi.
I can't really swim
Stuck
very
up.
well, but I
They're
can
trying to
create.
drown the goat. Are you gonna stop this?
But I can create a
I'm
gadget
going to walk up.
that will hop in the water and
No
swim along
one's
with him.
throwing the goat off the ship.
Someone needs to go and get Jason.
What's wrong?
Jason's dead.
What happened?
Jason fell
Jason was
overboard.
murdered
I don't
by
want
the
to talk
half-elf.
about it right now. And he hasn't come up yet.
I'm going to grab a rope and go jump off. Oh, I'm going to grab a rope, take my armor off first.
All right, that's gonna
How
take a
long
full
will it
minute.
take you?
Avert your eyes. He's a married man.
Wait, what armor?
Chainmail.
Okay, it does not take you a full minute to take that off. It's
Okay.
like 30 seconds to
Yeah,
take that off.
and I'm going to
While
jump in.
he's taking that off, does anybody want to do anything?
I like to have the ladies avert their eyes.
Pray!
All right,
I make-
sure.
I make
Make
a
a
gadget.
religion check.
7.
All right, you pray.
I'm not very religious. It just, you know.
All right, so
I'm
you
still
jump
trying
overboard.
to convince
Huh?
the goat
Jump
dude
overboard?
to
Yes.
Make an acrobatics check.
He got this.
I'd like, yeah.
Natural one.
Yep.
I'm into the
Jason's gonna die!
You take a walk and you heroically jump off on top of the mermaid on the prow. Take 2 steps and then miscalculate and just and you just fall. In fact, everyone who listens. There's no splash.
Oh, I'm Peter Pan now, everybody.
Mercy Light, what happened to you?
You realize that there's a rope now wrapped around your leg, and you're hanging like 10 feet upside down over the water.
I'm
Would you
fine.
like some
I'm,
help?
I'm just hanging out here.
Ooh.
Send the
I'm
goat
afraid I'm
boy!
gonna have to cut you loose for
Hey,
that.
so now that's it. I
Wait,
grab
wait.
another. I grab
I
a different
say,
rope.
I've
I
got
tie
this.
it to one side and I jump over the side.
All right, you do that.
Do I need to roll for that?
Roll acrobatics for jumping off the boat.
14.
Okay, so I mean, you now with a full sense of urgency run to
Could
the
you
back
help me
end
out
of the boat,
too?
and you grab a rope and
You
you
want to
jump
pull him
over and you
up.
dive into the water. It's not the most beautiful dive, but it's a pretty decent dive. Oh yeah, actually you take your hat off beforehand. You
I
toss it
just
in the
thought of
way.
that.
I will attempt to haul Hallen back up, but I don't
Alright.
think I'm gonna succeed. Oh, that's good. That's an 18.
All right, you begin hand over hand pulling, and you meanwhile you feel yank, yank.
Gregory doesn't notice him helping him up. He thinks he's gonna help out, so from his toolkit he pulls out a giant pair of clippers and cuts
Ah!
the
Roll a d4.
Who, me?
No, him.
For what?
Oh, you?
Just roll a d4.
This thing is hard to roll.
3.
All right. So you take the thing and you sip, and then you realize, hey, nothing happened. You look up and you see there's Idris looking at you. You sip the rope on the other end of his.
I'm glad I was here for this.
And eventually they pull him back up. Meanwhile, you make an investigate. Actually,
So how much are you going to pay me
make an
to not
investigation check.
tell your life about
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure she already knows about it.
19 plus investigation, 21. 22.
All right.
She is away from all
so
my
you
embarrassing
see-
moments.
Right away, near the rudder of the ship, there is
A dead
your
man.
very good friend Jason, and his arm guard is actually stuck in the rudder of the ship, and he's like trying to grab at the straps there to undo it. He can't quite reach it against the current,
Okay, so
and it's clearly he's starting to lose air.
I do my best to swim to him, and I'm gonna do something really dumb because I still have my rapier on me,
All right.
and I slice the arm guard off.
All right.
Question mark?
Make an athletics check to
Just
swim
cut
to
the
him.
arm off.
What'd you say?
Athletics check to swim towards him.
Athletics check to swim towards him. 10.
All right. You make your way very slowly towards him, and he is starting to pass out.
Jason is dying of
In retrospect, why didn't
asphyxiation
we
in
tell
the
about
ocean.
the
You
fact-
guys are idiots. It's not my fault. He's dying.
I'm the
trying to
smartest
save him.
person on this
So
ship.
He's going to die.
you do make it
He's
to him.
not to die. He just died.
And you see him. He like the whole last bubbles go out, and he has just now passed out. What do you do?
The rapier is too long.
I
The
don't
knife
think
is
we-
too long. I had a
No,
dagger.
it's still on the
Really?
wall.
I didn't
Yeah.
ever say that I got it out.
Yeah.
Which is the problem. I don't have anything else. Can I
A few missing brain cells. would have
try to
made
take it off?
You
Or
can
undo it for him?
make a dexterity check with disadvantage because you're underwater and it's dark and stuff.
That's also a 9. With Dex is 13.
All right, so you manage to take it off, and you now are holding on to quite unconscious,
We're holding onto a piece of this.
quite unconscious Jason at the moment.
All the way through this.
Should he start making death saving throws?
He should.
It's Hannah's fault.
Okay.
I'm
just
bad
failed
with
that saving throw.
relationships. I can.
So you rolled it. So you see there's a, and you
First of all, with
and
skulls in them.
so what do you do now?
Put some air into him.
Push off the bottom of the boat and try to float upwards.
Breathe some air into
All right,
him.
make an acrobatics. Make an athletics. check.
No! Like, if it's like this. and-
Breathe some air into him.
No!
You are tied to a rope, by the way.
Underwater. Just tug
I
on the
know!
rope.
Nobody's looking at the rope, are they? You don't
Yes.
know that?
We're staring at it intently, just going.
Okay, fine. I pull on the rope.
Make a perception check.
Please, someone!
Hey, I'm great at these. Got a 3.
That would be a 16.
Okay. And Hannah.
I got a 6.
Wait, me too.
All right. So are you? You're currently working on.
Yeah,
Oh wait.
You're
No,
really
go ahead.
gadget.
Anything. Wait, perception?
Yeah.
12.
All right. So Halon, you notice that this one rope is like being pulled, and nothing's holding onto it. It is tied, but it is quite a bit. You
Okay.
see it starts trailing out a bit.
Okay, I'm going to grab onto it and start pulling it up.
All right.
Please
Make a
pull, please.
athletics check.
Are you gonna yell
If
at me?
anyone would like to help, now would be the time.
Yeah, I
I'll
think
help.
That was an 11.
All right.
I guess I'll help. Hey, an 11. Wait,
20.
what are we rolling for helping? After
Athletics.
that. Oh, I actually got 17.
Oh, actually 24. Nice.
What's a
But
nat
that's
20?
20.
Nat 20.
So the three of you begin grabbing and begin pulling your way up, and immediately again Gregory is thrown off his feet again. When somebody else grabbing her up, this time it's actually the barbarian who's just taking that. And she's just hauling her way back up the ship, running with this rope over her shoulder like a top-5 sailor man.
I
Oh,
felt
joy,
bad about
keel
losing
hull
it.
the captain now too.
Make it just a straight strength check to hold on to both him and the rope.
Not good.
Maybe you should type that onto yourself.
18 and strength is 19.
Nice. With a very firm grip,
He's alive.
get pulled overboard.
It was almost a 5, too.
I know.
And you end up landing back on. Okay, you're now at the railing of the boat. And how do you want to get on this? They're still pulling you up, but
We
it's
should
like
probably haul
thing.
them over.
Yeah, you're on the other end of the boat
Some
right now.
assistance.
Is anyone?
I'm going to go help. I'm going to go help.
At least
lift
I'm
them up.
offering.
I'm
Alright,
like
roll-
this. I can't do anything.
Roll a strength check.
Oh,
That
I'm
was
Athletic.
just him.
I'm
Still
amazing.
Hey, should we, like,
16.
move our dudes?
Alright, you do
Oh,
actually
maybe,
you
yeah.
manage to grab them with some struggle. You pull them both overboard.
Maybe, yeah.
Yay! On board.
On board. Sorry, back on board.
Thank you.
He's gonna make another death saving throw.
I'm going to cast Healing Hands on him.
Cool.
He
Great.
gains 1 hit point and is now stabilized.
He is.
I slap him for 1 point.
So he says that he's unconscious, but his lungs are full of water.
So does somebody need to
Okay.
get him like CPR and stuff?
Should the water.
Not
is
it.
on. Can anybody water, man?
I'm going to make a medicine check.
You do that.
That I'm gonna roll that again. I got caught. That would be a 24.
All right. You end up getting like a high look, and he chokes out some water and breathes really heavily, and then he looks over.
Have a nice swim.
And he sees the barbarian, right?
She's on the other end of the boat right now, but he sees like there's ropes and stuff around, and he looks up and he's like, "It was quite refreshing," and he kind of just like lies down for a moment.
Finally cooled off, have we?
A little bit.
Get some rest,
Good.
friend.
I'm
You've
all out
earned
of
it.
altruism for today.
I consider making a card, and then decide not to.
All right.
Stay away from that man.
Kraken.
We're getting the.
No, I should.
rafts
Wait.
now.
Let's rephrase this. That was a kraken down there.
Lovely. Let's get in the life
Right.
raft. Captain Sue, we're leaving.
You make a dash towards one of the cabinets. You start pulling things off and start grabbing. You grab 3 healing potions, of which intensity will be verified later. And you throw that into a satchel you have at your side. Yeah, you grab a couple of like daggers that you can find. You throw them in the bag as well. And you also take some supplies of food. Largely more survival-based things. You leave the wool. You leave the furs.
The most of the cargo.
You leave most of the cargo. You do see Grady's little ball he made earlier. You throw that in the bag as well, along with some a small crafting kit, just leather strings and things like that, string and yarn and stuff. And
Shall
you,
we share like a medicine kit?
she grabbed that already.
Okay.
Like a first aid kit.
Yeah, so you grab that and you rush. Make an athletics check.
Athletics 20.
All right, and you start making your way up these stairs. You are as the hold starts filling with water very quickly.
Time to go.
All right, so you guys.
Run and jump in the last boat.
So you guys are all getting in the last boat,
Yes.
and your wife is with you.
Yes.
The horse is already gone. All right.
The horse is
To
just
the
definitely gonna
island!
die.
Okay.
I've never done this before.
Oh
Where's
no.
percentage?
You roll
It's
2
There's the
So
2
it's twice.
D10.
2d10s.
Is there another D10?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Is the kraken
Oh
attacking us?
no.
Kraken's attacking us?
All right. You see, so there's the 4 life rafts that are traveling forward, and you see a large boat takes a wave. And it starts, swaying the boats a bit, but no one's capsized. Everything's fine currently, and you start keep rowing.
Currently.
Everything's fine.
Currently.
Everyone make athletics checks, including Chicago.
Bloody hell.
18.
13.
Total 20.
All right.
17.
And Chakal made a total of 21. So between you guys, you start pulling, and you start actually catching up to the back of the other groups, and you do notice.
way!
You do notice that there are more people seeming to ride over where some of the light was cast.
Okay. I am sorry about
It's okay.
Top
That might
ship.
be prepared. Just making sure.
A
Yeah.
tentacle reaches up and grabs the lifeboat with the cow with Frank, and pulls
Dang
it
it.
directly under.
Oh!
Let's see.
Stefan!
Stefan's fine. He's with the horse.
For now.
Currently.
Should be a
Frank-
100% chance that Stefan gets got.
Frank and the other nameless guy both pop over head and start swimming towards the nearest boat, which is you guys.
Okay.
The cow is nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, of course.
Cow's probably gone.
The cow's probably gone.
That's okay.
I wrote
Do
faster.
they make it to the boat?
They're currently swimming towards the boat. Do you want to row towards them?
Yeah.
It will take you a bit away from the island.
A little bit. Hey, they're my crew members. We need to get them.
All right.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
Who's all going for them?
Let's go for them.
1,
Alright.
2,
Sure. Yeah.
3. All right.
You're outvoted.
Yeah. So everyone make athletics checks again. Thank you.
I refuse.
14.
Also 14.
17.
16. Well, thanks to your not cooperating at all, they actually go towards them instead of away, as Chakal was going straight just toward the island. It would have helped you in your endeavor to leave them behind, but oh well.
Are you rolling for my wife too?
No. Is she rowing as well?
Yeah, she's rolling as well.
Sure. She will. She's a.
Okay. Yeah, she's.
So she's paddling with her hands, but there are no paddles left.
Okay.
It's
Even
very
if I
cute.
had rolled, I wouldn't have found. See, it would have been a 7.
Whatever.
Is this a 6 or
6.
it's a 6? Okay. You see the tentacle comes up again and misses. But still makes waves. Everyone make dexterity saving throw.
Saving?
Saving throw.
14.
16.
9. 8.
Okay. Both of you are kind of knocked to the side of the boat, and you do not cooperate in the next athletics roll.
Cool.
Chakal drops her oar in the water.
Chico.
Anybody else gonna roll for?
For.
Alright, for athletics to get the boat going forward.
I can't.
Yes.
I only got 8. So.
21.
That was not good. 10.
Alright, you're being average, you being rather concerned with your wife and horse on the line here.
Yes.
Push forward a bit further as
Wait, the
well.
horse is on the boat. How big is this?
The horse,
No,
the horse is
different
in the other boat. The horse,
Horse is in
is
the
with
other
Stefan.
And you do catch up
I
to
hate your
Frank and
horse.
the nameless guy, and they do pull into your boat and they start rowing as well. They remain able to hold onto their horse. So
How big is this boat?
it is very cramped right now.
Bigger than you are.
That is a fact.
The boat is huge.
Because we didn't pick up the cow.
No, it
Boat is full.
The boat
We
is
went to
full.
pick up
No, the cow's
Cow's
the cow.
gone.
Yeah, the cow's gone.
Uh,
The cow went the way
is
of Jason.
The cow is crashing
so you
chow
now begin pulling into. You're now in like the bay itself, and it starts getting much more shallow. But there's still are torrential waves that are coming after you, and you hear almost from under the water.
Row faster! Row faster!
And as you look behind, you see the flaming remains of the ship. So you see 5 tentacles come up, 3 on one side, 2 on the other, and just
Like Pirates of the Caribbean.
I told you
Yep.
the fire would help.
and pulls it under.
Now is not the time for I told you so's.
There is
Uh,
always time for I told you so.
One final, probably, athletics roll.
Hey, I can help now.
19.
17.
14.
Who rolled a 2?
I did.
So
You just
Chakal
There's the heroin.
begins pushing forward with a very strength of
Zap you so.
with the strength of like 2 grown men. You have
Just
Frank
thunder
as
waves
well.
all of you off
is,
of this boat. It would just be me.
Frank is rowing for his dear life. Your wife actually is able to pick up the oar that Chakal dropped and starts rowing with a mustard. And Stefan actually, leaping over you, by the way, gets to
Stefan's not in our boat.
Right, not Stefan.
Stefan's not in
It
our
was
The other
Frank.
unnamed.
It was
If Stefan
unnamed.
was in our boat,
It was
he
the
would be
unnamed-
not
Frank
in
and
our
the
boat.
unnamed
right
guy.
now.
Unnamed guy jumps to the front of the boat, and
Who
he
is he?
actually
Who is what?
The other unnamed guy.
The
other
other
unnamed
unnamed
guy,
guy
yeah.
is I ran out of letters. Oh.
Bartholomew Bumblebee. He's a
No.
bit of an old man.
Nick.
Nick, fine, he's Nick. So
Nick, straight up Nick.
jumps up to the front of the boat, and he actually takes his oar and he jams it into the front, right off the front of the boat, and he actually knocks off a bit of debris that was slowing you guys down.
Yay.
And you guys are pushing forward really
Woo!
quickly, and
We're
you
gonna
guys
live!
make it to the beach.
Why would
3
you
of your
say
4
that?
boats are there, along with it's you guys, Stefan,
horse.
Frank, Jim, the horse,
Dimitri?
Dimitri, and Nick are all there, along with your wife as well. And you guys make it to the boat as the one kind of trailing right behind sort of like sinks on the way right to the beach, and they crawl out. They just run to the beach, and you see right in front of you there are 3 men in blue robes with golden trim.
I roll a history check.
Enjoy the show.
No, that was a 7.
Okay.
I'm too tired.
Um,
I can roll history.
Make a religion check.
Yes, religion check.
With my history, I got a 23.
I got a 12.
Overall?
Yeah.
Alright. You recognize this to be an order of monks, different from the group that you were with. But you do see that they more or less are along the same alignment as you.
Okay.
These are definitely more of the not clerics in the adventuresome sense, but clerics are more of the literal.
Okay. So they're more like acolytes and such.
Yes. Taylor, stop. And you recognize through history that these are the clerics of war.
Do they have any religious symbols on them that I would recognize?
They do have. One of them has his back turned to you and turns backward. You see on the back of his robe is embroidered a golden lyre wreathed by a laurel wreath.
I have a lyre. I do have a lyre. I'm proficient in lyres.
Nice.
And there's also a bound scroll underneath the lyre as well. And they turn around, and the one in the front sees you and says, "I am sorry for the unfortunate circumstances of your arrival, but welcome to folklore."
5.
Natural 1.
No. That was a 1.
You know, he does look kind of like a goat. You know what? Hey, look, people come from different places. Sometimes they come from the Feywild, and they're part goat. You have this all out in your head. Goat would be nice. Whatever. That goat guy?
The goat boy. The goat boy.
That's a
One.
1.
Natural 1.
1.
He rolled a 1.